2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to Philadelphia, the birthplace of America. And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline in our Hall of Fame.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, some people called on Joel Embiid to be more aggressive.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now, a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Simmons. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That's how you go home. The versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
Harris passes to Simmons. Kicks it out to Richardson. 6 to shoot. And Simmons slams it in.
The physicality of Simmons on display, showing some fight and fearlessness in plays like this.
And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Back to Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 5.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam!
Embiid dishes to Harris. Embiid against Powell. And that one drops.
What a baller this guy is. The big fella, Embiid. I mean, he welcomes getting physical and overwhelms the defense with his size and muscle.
Passes it to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. And the pass to Finney Smith. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Over in the quarter, Porzingis hands it from downtown.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And guys, it's clear, though, he enjoys showing off his athleticism. The D can't give him these opportunities.
And it's Doncic missing. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Richardson finds Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Incredible concentration from the Australian. Even when you body Simmons up, he's great at power.
Doncic looking it over. Powell in the high post. Back to Doncic. That shot missing. Now the 76ers take it the other way. Harris's shot is off. The Mavericks have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Doncic against Harris for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Yep, that one goes.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass to Doncic. 58 seconds left here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 5.
their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Count that one.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Doncic against Simmons to stop the run. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And so confident. Even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
And he knocks down the first one. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burks in for Ben Simmons. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Curry's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Horford good.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Brunson kicks to Curry. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Burks looking around. And he drops in the layup off the glass. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead as they end the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take so far in Philadelphia?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Horford is out there with Scott. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. Glenn Robinson, the 3rd, is checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Pass to Curry. Back to Brunson. At the top of the key, Curry. Poked away and stolen by Scott. Here's Milton. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Burks against Brunson. It's deflected. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Here's Curry. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. A Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Curry deciding where to go with it. I got him. Lock at 6. Right, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Chalk up 2 there. Cauley-Stein's got his first bucket of the night.
He has such a strong presence inside. Cauley-Stein can be a hard man to defend in the painted area.
Robinson against Curry. Robinson dishes to Embiid. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Here's Curry. Scoring his 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Kleber slams it in.
You got to love the decision-making from Willie Cauley-Stein. I mean, aware he must keep improving as a passer.
Milton with it. Right's there. Milton's shot is good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Right, the pass to CLA Stein. Back to Wright. There's the triple. Rebound by the 76ers. They've led by as much as 10, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Scott. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Robinson. Richardson, he's checked in for Shake Colton. And Simmons subbed in for Burks.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Now the 76ers on the break. Harris with the ball. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism. And last season, Richardson battled some injuries, took some time to adjust to play it in Philly, but eventually it all came together.
Yeah, Jay, you know that a hard worker like Richardson would find his role. I mean, the guy is so competitive. He's as competitive as he gets. He brings that fire on defense and always believes his next shot will fall.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They're leading by 8. Pass to Thybulle. And here is Horford. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the 76ers lead by 10.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Simmons inside. And he gets the bucket. Simmons got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 14 points. And we know that Joel Embiid is one of the best centers in the league. That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Down the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Ooh. Well, wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Mavericks trail by 10 on the court for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Curry is out there with Marjanovic. And it's CLA Stein in at the 3 spot. Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Well, no excuse letting Richardson get this close. I mean, you deserve to get dunked on when you're killing this position.
Curry fires from way outside. Great positioning on the putback.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip in.
Outside, Simmons. Knocked loose. Curry with the steal. Cauley-Stein kicks to Porzingis. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Curry. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
A stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that. Only 1 for 5 to start the half. I mean, whatever adjustments they made at halftime weren't the right ones. He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Cauley-Stein goes in, and it goes down 2 points. Cauley-Stein's got it back down to within single digits for the man. Simmons passes to Harris. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Simmons with it. He's got 14. Here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Mavericks trailed by 8. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Jesus surprises anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count it.
Here's Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
Now that's how you mount a comeback. They're not all the way back, but they're getting close.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. And Robinson III comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Korkmaz in for Josh Richardson. Embiid, no good.
A fantastic effort on D to get up in his face and deny the layup.
Kleba finds Hardaway. Here's Doncic. It counts, and the foul. That one on Embiid.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Scott, and Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And Dallas also making a switch. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Porzingis. The 76ers with another miss. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Finney-Smith. A miss that time would have put him up. The 76ers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Korkmaz passes to Embiid. Lays it up and banks it in. Embiid's got 6.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
And the Mavericks call time here.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaway.
Some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba, and it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson. Dallas with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. And here is Doncic. 12 points for him. The pass to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Marjanovic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Robinson. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The Mavericks have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Right dishes to Doncic. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Robinson. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Burks, the pass to Embiid. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. The 76ers making a switch here. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They trail by 1. Hardaway finds Doncic. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. 14 points for Luka Doncic.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Mavericks on top, ending the third quarter with an energy burst, a 19-6 run. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Yeah, no need for hero ball there. I mean, you just need to make the right basketball play. Outstanding dish that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Shake Milton is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz at the small forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He throw good, Milton. And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And so here is Dallas. It's a one-point game. Curry finds Hardaway. Two free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. This is still a close game, and he told us, guys, we're not far away. We can still get this one. If we seize the moment, we can walk away with the win. Guys?
Thanks, David. Dallas calls timeout. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
Mavericks will go for a different look here. Porzingis, he's checked in for DeLon Wright. Dwight Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Seth Curry. Back to Doncic. To the paint. Here's Powell. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Simmons. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Richardson attacking, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I mean, the ability of Richardson to instantly elevate your team's play is incredible. He can score, he can facilitate, whatever you need to succeed.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. That one, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Here's Richardson. He doesn't hit that one. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Doncic with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. Cauley-Stein passes to Doncic.
Not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Pull up Jay, and there's Richardson on the assist by Simmons.
It's such a smart player, such a smart player. Richardson understands the value of the fast break hoop.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
And Doncic, here we go. That shot off. Takes the 13-footer, the putback, and Embiid is right there. And the 76ers lead by 10.
He seems to have a sense for where misses are going. Embiid, so fantastic at getting ideal positioning on the glass.
And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson comes in for Marjanovic. Richardson against Brunson. Richardson, good. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys, I think, that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. And it's the 76ers with the ball. 1:09 left here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Simmons. He dishes it to Horford. Just 4 to shoot. The shot off that time. Deflects the pass. Embiid with the steal. Horford finds Richardson. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Pass to Horford. Outside, Simmons. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Embiid, no good. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Porzingis. Simmons with the defensive effort. Here's Embiid. Down low. That's tipped. Here's Simmons. Off the mark. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly... And with
Kevin, thanks.
he stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward. Powell, it's good on the putback.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid to getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Lillard surveying the D. Anthony on the wing. Back to Lillard. Portland moving the ball around. Anthony kicks to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it. Already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
And so here is Dallas after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Out to Doncic. On the wing, Hardaway. Lets it go with the 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Lillard.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Porzingis. Pass to Finney Smith. Here's Doncic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
And Doncic, here we go.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
A little disorganized that time, and the result 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Lillard, nice move. Back to Nurkic, kicks it out to Ariza. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Floats it up there for Nurkic. No good that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. To the middle. Powell kicks to Doncic. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Hardaway with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Powell, that's good. Powell's got his second basket of the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you got to push it and push it every time.
and uses balance along with fluidity to finish at the rim. Nurkic is a unique big.
And now Portland on the break. Here's Ariza. And Ariza with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 5. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
You know, that's not an easy assignment, as Porzingis showed there. He's a lot to handle.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season, was coming off an injury, and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Here's Curry after the Trailblazers pick up 2. They double-team Curry. And stolen by Whiteside. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And it's Little finishing it off.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Curry fires from way outside. Dallas no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers out in front, up 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Collins is out there with Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then it's Little. And it's Trent in at the point. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Runs in the pass to Cauley Stein. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Here's Trent. Outside Hood. Passes it to Trent. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Tipped away. Stolen by Brunson. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcome with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific player.
3 terrific kids. You're right. Curry's shot is good.
It helps when Seth Curry is on the attack. He wants to get as close to the rim as possible.
Outside Hood. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Little kicks to Hood. The pass to Collins. 4 on the shot clock. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Wright. Hardaway's checked in for Seth Curry. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Ariza has the open look. Drops in the tray. Ariza's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Zinkis, he's checked in for Dallas.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Anthony finds Nurkic. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Nurkic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. There's 1:54 left in the first half. Back to Powell. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. He has 6.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. Porzingis with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up ahead. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Powell.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Now, here's Lillard. He kicks to McCollum. 1:11 left here in the second. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And it comes off the front of the rim. Mavericks trail by 6. Finney Smith passes to Hardaway. And that one, good. Hardaway has got his first points of the game.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That one's good from the corner. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Doncic against Lillard. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Anthony. And it's Little in for Trevor Ariza. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Hardaway.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And so it's Portland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. And no doubt that C.J. McCollum's a great player. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Yusuf Nurkic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And here's Porzingis after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
And so here is Dallas. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. Gets an open look and hits. 6 points for Porzingis.
Well, you can see it in his eyes. Porzingis looking aggressively for his shot.
Anthony against Porzingis. Anthony dishes to Ariza. Pass to Nurkic. 6 to shoot. Poked away. Hardaway with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Porzingis has got the ball. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You know, when Powell is this deep, the defense knows they're in trouble. Sometimes they have no choice but to foul him.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they are forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
That one goes. Count it.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Now here's Hardaway. Feeds to Powell. And it's Powell slamming it down.
Dwight Powell, we knew he could bounce. But showing you some flavor, too? I see you, young fella.
Floats it up there for Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Whiteside's checked in for Portland. Good comes in for Trevor Ariza. Dallas also making some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Seth Curry in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Count it. Curry's got his second bucket.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
And Clark, the second time was the charm for Seth Curry. Last season, he returned to Dallas after they let him go to Portland for a year.
Greg, sometimes we've seen it on the court. Sometimes we see it in life. I mean, you don't miss something until you don't have it. And Seth is more than just a shooter. He's a great shooter, but he's also a very reliable ball handler. He's unselfish. He doesn't take anything for granted. He plays hungry. And Dallas realized the mistake they'd made and went about correcting it.
Now, here's Lillard. Out to Hood. Portland moving the ball around. 1 on the clock. Kept alive. Here's Whiteside. And finally, that one's good. Whiteside's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Hardaway. Curry finds Cauley Stein. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Outside for Curry. A three-pointer is right on target. Curry's got 7.
That's Curry's shot there. I mean, he's out there to catch and fire away when he's got room.
McCollum outside. Good up top. 5 on the clock. McCollum passes to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Trailblazers. Pass to Cauley Stein. Here's Brunson. Over to the wing. Now here's Kleber. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Brunson, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Doncic comes in for Hardaway. And it's Wright in for Jalen Brunson.
You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Doncic outside. This one for three. Another three for Dallas.
Way downtown, Doncic testing the limits of his range there.
Whiteside, high post. He's against Porzingis. Passes it to Trent. Hood deciding where to go with it. To the inside. Whiteside. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. 6 points for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 5. Little out there with Trevor Ariza. Then it's Collins. Then there's McCollum. And it's Trent in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Kicks it to Collins. It's Ariza on the wing. The pass to Trent. McCollum outside. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Ariza. Inside. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
Here's Collins. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 7. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here with the hustle stats for the Trailblazers. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Little. The Mavericks also with a sub. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Wright.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Pass to Ariza. Pass to Carmelo. Powell pulls it in.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Back to Doncic. He dishes it to Curry. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Lillard outside. Floats it up there for Nurkic. And they're running. The feed to Powell. Out to Porzingis. Doncic outside. And it's Portland with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony finds Lillard. Powell with the steal. Passes to Porzingis. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 10 points for Porzingis.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Three-pointer, Lillard. That shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Poke loose. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Dallas moving the ball around. Curry is inside. Covered by Lillard. Powell kicks to Curry. Pocket two. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Portland. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Here is Lillard. Now McCollum. Back to Lillard. There's the pass to Ariza. Pocket six. Lillard misses.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here we go, one-on-one. And Ariza with the stop. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Good on the triple.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
Lillard outside. Powell against Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. High post try. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far. And nothing.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard.
All right, David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Porzingis. From deep three-point range, that shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis, because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. Well, this is a big part of what Dwight Powell needs to do. Battle hard on the offensive glass, turn those second chance opportunities into points.
Now here's Durant, and that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. To the inside, Doncic with the steal.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Now, here is Irving. LeVert kicks to Irving. Allen right side over Porzingis. Powell pulls it in. For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Porzingis, here we go.
Oh, guys, you have got to love those long strides. KP able to cover some ground on his way to the rim.
LeVert the pass to Allen. Outside Irving. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. Irving finds Dinwiddie. Allen with it. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 3. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Doncic outside. Powell, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great resiliency from Powell, sticking with the possession and finishes it with authority.
To the paint, kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Bounce pass from Durant. It's Durant on the wing. The kick out to Irving. The pass to LeVert. Irving dishes to KD. To the middle, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. There's Dinwiddie following the score by Dallas. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Dallas with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Stolen. And here we go. Dinwiddie heading to the hoop. Goes up, and he jams it with authority.
Well, fast off his feet and up at the rim in a hurry. Taurean Prince with an easy one.
Curry with a wide-open look. No good on the three. Nets trail by 4. Down low, here's Luwawu. Curry with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Brunson, no good. And the Nets with possession here. And it's Prince penetrating. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
The Nets shooting their first free throw tonight, and that one falls for Prince.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Prince finds Harris. Back to Prince. And here is Harris, guarded by Wright. Harris drives in. Prince misses. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Curry, and he uses the glass on the layup. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
This guy's a really clever penetrator. You have to be aware of Seth Curry's craftiness on the drive.
Harris with it. Now Wright defending. Prince kicks to Jordan. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Harris. Now here's Prince. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster, we've had a lot.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the 2nd round a few years ago.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Outside for KD. Irving passes to Jordan. Back to Irving. The dish to Jordan. Here's the 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Mavericks leading by 6. Pass to Kleba. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Kleba's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Mavs.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Ollie Stein finds Wright. And the shot is good. Wright's got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
Well, DeLon Wright proving that he is more than capable of finishing with contact. That is well done.
For 3, Harris. Cauley Stein grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And Wright kicks to Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And now Durant on the floor, galloping all by himself. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Listen, this guy is far from just a scorer. Kevin Durant loves to share the basketball.
They double team Curry. It's right on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And it's Harris with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. Durant dishes to Jordan. Count that one. Jordan's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's interesting. Out in space, the defender challenging DeAndre Jordan's shot. Makes some contact, but it doesn't bother him.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backcourt.
Jordan, the kick out to Irving. Over Kleba. The Mavericks pull it in. We've got 1:48 left in the first half of the game. Curry, good.
I love it whenever Seth Curry decides to go inside. This guy has the potential to be a dangerous scorer from that area.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Cauley Stein. Inside. And then Cauley Stein with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And Kleba now top of the key. Stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively.
I think it might surprise people that Joe Harris does not mind contact on the interior. That's a nice shot. Wow.
Curry outside. And it's Durant with the rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Jordan finds Harris. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. On the wing, Harris. And he banks in the layup.
Woo-hoo! Kyrie Irving doing work with the pass. That's pretty.
Mavericks leading by 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. Right for 3. It's not going to go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it.
Boy, he cannot get anything to fall, but the teammates, boy, have they delivered.
Durant, that's good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing. I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent.
Prince, the pass to Jordan. Harris, right side. With 1 on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this team, his leadership may be just as important.
Yeah, coach, call out, you know. He's...
And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Seth Curry displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Hardaway. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, it's a problem when Tim Hardaway Jr. decides to attack off the dribble drive.
For Dallas, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Tips it. Great positioning on the putback. Howell's got 6 points.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
To the paint. It's Allen on the wing. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Back to Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Doncic outside. To the inside. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Now Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
He gets that one. Dinwiddie's got his first basket.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Doncic left side. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
The putback, it's rebounded by Doncic. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Porzingis passes to Powell. Doncic outside. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Allen. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. And the layup falls. Irving's got his first basket of the night.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you can hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Powell kicks to Doncic. Out to Hardaway. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. And it's a 4-point Brooklyn lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 5 points so far. Dinwiddie against Hardaway. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Irving. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Luwawu, the pass to Jordan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one. That's miscommunication, and we rarely see that happen.
The Mavericks trail it. Now Brunson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Curry can't get it to go. And they're pushing it up. Here's Dinwiddie. Off target at the rim. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Nets as they wrap up the third quarter with a massive 16-7 run.
I be rocking this.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. The Mavericks shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. A moment now to reset the lineups. Back to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point guard position.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So for the Nets, Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Kevin Durant is subbed in for Prince. The Mavericks also with a sub. Powell's checked in. Here's Brunson. Passes it to Curry. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Now, this is Curry's specialty. The catch and shoot, yes, sir, that's in his bag. Go ahead, Seth.
Nets trail by 4. Here's Dinwiddie. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score. An instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Curry looking around. Porzingis finds Brunson. Outside Curry. To the middle. Here's Powell. Durant with some nice D. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Here's Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Allen. Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Doncic, and he lays it straight in. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
And he comes up with the deuce.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Here's Curry with the 3. He can't hit that time. The Nets have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. It's Curry outside, and it's KD with the rebound. Dinwiddie passes to Allen, and it's good for 2. And now a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
Back to Curry. 3-pointer. Another miss by Curry.
When you're not in rhythm with the 3-ball, why do you keep firing from there?
through. Gets to Dinwiddie. Here's Llewellyn. Headed by Porzingis. Shot clock at 6. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen, that's good.
There's nothing like a big man with agility. Jared Allen operating well in the pick and roll right now.
Out to the right wing. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry passes to Brunson. Can they get it? Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
I'm beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
Doncic relishes the opportunity to deliver in big moments, and my goodness, embrace the spotlight, young man.
Brunson against Dinwiddie. To the inside. Doncic with the steal.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Money!
Kevin Durant absolutely fearless. If the game's in the balance, he will demand the basketball.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the Pride. David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. And as
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul called on the Dallas Mavericks.
I mean, what you can appreciate about Simmons is his all-around game. I mean, he can score, he can pass, I mean, he can rebound, and he does it all at an efficient rate.
And he's good on the second. Here's Hardaway. Down low. Here's...
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Oh, that was something else.
But the versatility of Simmons is astounding, amazing, impressive. Dunks like this are just insane.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Now, here's Doncic. And they double up Doncic. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
A 3 from Simmons. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
Horford finds Embiid. Now Simmons. Offensive rebound. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Oh, you better know where Embiid is. I mean, when you lose sight of him, he'll kill you on the boards.
Passes to Finney-Smith. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Dallas again missing. The 76ers leading by 3.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
That's all you have to do. Throw it in Simmons' general direction. He'll take care of the rest.
Finney-Smith passes.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. Inside. Here's Embiid. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Doncic outside. Powell finds Porzingis. Back to Powell. Out to Hardaway. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Count it. Good. Doncic has got 6.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
And Simmons has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Leading by 5. Banked in off the glass.
Embracing the physicality of the game. Simmons, he's used to getting knocked around a bit on the way up, but he's okay.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Hardaway against Richardson. Doncic outside. The pass to Finney-Smith. the wing, Doncic. He has 6.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that. That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
And good that time. Porzingis has got his 2nd basket.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside for Simmons. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Both teams deciding to change it up. Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Curry with it. From deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers ahead, up 5. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed this.
For me, it comes with blocking criticism from people.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, we've got Alec Burks. Korkmaz is out there with Scott. Then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Thibault in at the shooting guard position. And Wright kicks to Curry. And the layup is good. Curry's got his first points in this one.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
It's stolen by Curry. Pass to Cauley Stein. Outside Curry. To the wing right side. Brunson the pass to Curry. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Scott. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Brunson. Lays it up off the glass.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Over to the left wing. To the paint. Pass to Burks. Back to Scott. And it's Thibault in the corner. And it's blocked. Right, left side. Brunson kicks to Curry. Down low. It's tipped. Passes it to Kleba. Curry on the wing. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Thibault. And they pick up 2. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Brunson, good.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Korkmaz, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
The coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy baskets like this.
No one near Curry as he lets it go. Brunson with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Brunson's got 7 now in this quarter.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
To the inside. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Curry. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game right now. And he makes the first. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Simmons. The layup off target. Mavericks trail by 4. Now the pass to Powell. Out to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry can't get it to go.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him into tough shots this quarter.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Curry passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Here's Embiid. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 6. Right side Curry. Pass to Doncic. Puts up a 3.
Versatile defender who can guard it.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the end. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their biggest advantage of the period was... And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Ben Simmons really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Harris off the drive and slam dunk by Harris.
And look how committed Harris is when he's sprinting to the hoop. Not many defenders are going to want to get in his way when he's that intense.
And Al Horford, the 5-time All-Star, very much a leader on this team with his success in the league.
Yeah, Horford has always been a guy that passes the eye test. The numbers don't jump out, but he plays winning basketball. Great head for the game. Knows how to complement other stars. The physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Back to Doncic. In the corner, Hardaway with it. 6 on the shot clock. And Doncic, here we go.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
What a performer this guy is. He relishes the chance to hammer it down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Simmons passes to Richardson. Over Hardaway. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession waster.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And then for Philadelphia, Korkmaz, he's checked in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Ben Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, you know, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Fires from 18. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. Pass to Brunson. Kleber with it. No points in the game yet for him. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. Good work defensively by Horford.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Burks' shot is good.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, when you're executing at this rate, you feel like no one can slow you down.
Kleber, the pass to Cauley Stein. And Brunson has it in the corner. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. A different look for Dallas. Curry comes in for Wright. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Joel Embiid. Robinson comes in for Korkmaz. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Alec Burks. Richardson, good.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
And a deep three from Curry. Dallas, no good that time either.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but it hasn't been successful.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And the chemistry Cauley Stein has with his guys is evident. He knows when to go for these alley-oops.
And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Curry on the wing. Defended by Milton. Outside Curry. Back to Kleber. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Milton kicks to Robinson. Second shot opportunity. Horford, no luck.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Richardson against Doncic. Here's Scott. Here's Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when Richardson is aggressive, good things tend to happen, including how he attracts fouls while shooting.
And the 76ers making a change here. And Richardson drops them both. Five seconds left in the third. And so it's Philadelphia ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Milton in at the 3, the small forward. Curry attacking. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
Man, you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player.
Wow, hammering it in!
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Doncic.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's Richardson. And the layup's good off the glass.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Just over a minute played here in the 4th. And here is Curry. From deep three-point range, the shot, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Does not get it. 3rd miss. He's made 4 from the field. And here they go. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Richardson missing again.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Milton. Simmons against Doncic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There is no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Look at the fearlessness. It comes into play when we talk about Simmons. He's a force inside.
Hardaway's checked in for Curry. He hits both from the stripe. Mavericks trail by 13. To the middle. And the dunk by Powell.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Thibault. Back to Simmons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Horford's got the lead up to 13 now for Philadelphia.
Such a skilled offensive rebounder. I mean, I love watching Horford use his body to come up with the boards.
Hardaway finds Doncic. And the pass to Pop. And the rejection by Embiid.
Oh, you got to be careful around Embiid. When he's around, he's capable of coming up with these blocks.
Porzingis with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
The drive by Simmons. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And once Simmons turns on the Jets, there's no stopping him. I love seeing him play with this much confidence.
Powell, the pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the 76ers.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Ben Simmons.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
What about the speed and the muscle Simmons has? I mean, it makes defenders nervous, if you ask me. Such a difficult matchup.
And Simmons drops them both.
With a chance to ice the game, he's got perfect focus at the line. Now, you could put this one in the books.
Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Now Simmons. From deep. Off on that one. So the 76ers win it. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for It's all happening in Dallas, Texas. Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have. D.A.
Well, guys,
You certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Trevor Ariza out there with Anthony, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. And for Dallas, inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now Anthony, following the Porzingis miss from deep. Doncic with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Lob pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Now here's Lillard. Back to McCollum. Shot clock at 5. And he lobs it up. And another turnover here by Portland.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Here's Doncic. First quarter of play, 1 minute played, and it's good, 2 points.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
McCollum, no good.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team. Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Here's McCollum. A beautiful reverse layup.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And there's Lillard. That's good on the assist by Ariza.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Powell, and Curry subbed in for Hardaway. Now Ariza. After Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Curry leading the charge. Doncic, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Curry finds Doncic, and they double up Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Ariza with it. He's picked up by Doncic, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Finney. Oh!
Yeah. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
You're getting to the point where you're going to have to start respecting Whiteside's jump shot. Effective shooting off the pass, and good timing there from the big man.
Now here's Porzingis. 8 points for him.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Curry's shot is good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Outside Anthony. Passes it to Whiteside. Here's Trent. Back to Whiteside. Kicks it to Lillard. Porzingis against Whiteside. Mavericks leading by 5. Here's Kleba. Doncic left side. The pass to Finney-Smith. Outside Curry. Tries again. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Wright. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Kleba in at the forcing. And the basket is good. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Nice awareness from Whiteside there, understanding where his teammates were on that possession.
Cauley-Stein finds Brunson. The 3. And that one is off. Now Portland takes it the other way. Yep, it goes, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Little.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And it's Wright missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And, you know, if you only look at the box score for Zach Collins, then you're missing the whole picture. He's a terrific defender.
I agree with you, GA. I think his scoring is going to come, but obviously they have potent guard play, and that's not much needed. What is needed is on the interior, him being active as a big man and defending around the rim. That is something that Zach Collins is capable of doing.
McCollum dishes to Whiteside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. And Wright kicks to Kleba. Stolen by Collins. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's McCollum, and it's good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. Pass to Brunson, doubled by McCollum. Brunson kicks to Kleba. Wright outside, pass to Brunson. Back to Wright, clock at 4. And it's blocked by Whiteside.
When you consider just how long and how big Whiteside is down there, it's not surprising that shot blocking is something he does well.
Whiteside, and Whiteside stays right with it. Now it's a 5-point Portland lead.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. To the middle and stolen by Whiteside. And here comes the break. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3-6. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his first foul. Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And Portland with a change here, too. Nurkic is checked in. Cauley Stein passes to Brunson. Portland grabs the miss. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Little can't hit. Mavericks trail by 5. All going up court. Here's Powell. Finished off the break. Powell's got his first 2 points of the night.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Good pitch to McCollum. Floats it up there for Nurkic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Passes it to Brunson. Here's Cauley Stein. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, good to see you. Some struggles for Portland in the first quarter. We saw them with a striking lead.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Nurkic, and it's Ariza in at the small forward position. Lillard the pass to Ariza. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Nurkic against Powell. To the paint, stolen away. Floats it up for Doncic. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint. And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And Lillard gets double-teamed. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
That's tremendous vision on the part of Lillard, just trying to lead the team right now from the point.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Off target from outside. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
And it's Ariza with the ball for the Trailblazers. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Curry dishes to Powell. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, they've only missed 1 out of their first 5 shots here in the second half, guys. Their offense really moving well, ball snapping, and the shooting looks to be in great rhythm.
Here's Ariza, and he converts the layup. Ariza's got his second basket of the night.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
But they recover it. Finney-Smith kicks to Curry. Dallas moving the ball around. Curry on the wing. Stolen by McCollum, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. And a switch here also for Portland. Trent's checked in. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Curry. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
And Doncic hits it to go.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him, allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
Here's Trent. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Curry passes to Kleber. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Whiteside's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard against Doncic. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Porzingis inside. Covered by Anthony. And it's blocked by Whiteside. Here's Porzingis. And gets hacked. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Trailblazers lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter form.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Seth Curry, and it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
That free throw good from Doncic. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. Both free throws good from Doncic. Here's Anthony. Down low. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
About Melo getting up there at 6'8", rising up and getting to the rim for the throwdown.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Simons. Cauley Stein defending. Here's Whiteside. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 4. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Now, Cauley Stein can get up there, and the guards know that, so available for an oop at any time.
Nurkic kicks to Whiteside. He can't get that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Outside for Curry. Over Trent. Curry's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Willie Cauley-Stein. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Curry. Free throw, good, Whiteside.
You think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick. Spent some time in the D-League, now the G-League. And it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder, how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come?
Nurkic dishes to Whiteside. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And it's Doncic missing. Trailblazers leading by 7. Here's Simons. Plays it up and banks it in.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam! Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. For Portland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Hardaway with the steal. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Finney-Smith. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The first one falls. And he makes both free throws. 4th quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Lillard. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
Well, you got quicks, you got instincts, and you got aggression. Damian Lillard capable of taking over just about any time he wants.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is. I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Floats it up there for Nurkic.
We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Left side Curry. The shot's good. Trailblazers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Trailblazers.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Hassan Whiteside.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and a wrecking ball on both ends.
The Blazers on offense. And here's Nurkic. Six to shoot. Outside Anthony. Three-pointer. No good on that one. Powell with it. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. A solid. The Margaret Hunt-Hill Bridge. And
hey, Kevin. Well,
it does indeed. Thanks, David. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Mavericks, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Durant kicks to Dinwiddie. Durant with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. Count that bucket. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said. Now, here is Irving. Following the miss by Porzingis. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Irving. Clock at 6. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
All Irving needs is just a little room to convert, and he's good to go.
The drive by Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And the Mavericks with possession here. It's a 5-point game.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Hardaway from outside. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Hardaway against LeVert, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the middle, Durant with the steal. 3-on-3, Irving with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And the Mavericks making a change here. Curry's checked in. Then for the Nets, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jarrett Allen. And Harris subbed in for Kyrie Irving. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now here is Harris. Jordan the pass to Harris. And stolen by Wright. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Yes, that goes in.
A precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Jordan kicks to Dinwiddie. Back to Jordan. Kicks it out to Prince. To the inside. And the dunk by Jordan.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Brunson scanning the floor. To the paint. Here's Cauley Stein. Makes it off the glass.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Here's Curry. Can't hit that one. The Nets go the other way with it. For the finish, hammers it home to polish off the break.
You know, with Harris, if you're open, he's going to make sure he finds you.
59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Brunson. Back to Curry. There's the three. That one misses.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And that one, good. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Count it.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Prince misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there it is for him. Cauley Stein's got his second basket of the game.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Curry passes to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Brooklyn ahead. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Something else they've done a good job of tonight, you know, right from the start, is penetrating and scoring.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Wright. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Maxi Kleber. And it's Curry in at the 3, the small forward. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Maxi Kleber. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for DeLon Wright. And Doncic is subbed in for Seth Curry. Porzingis with the steal. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Jared Allen.
Yeah, you know, it's rare to see a 7-footer shoot well from the foul line, guys, but that's Porzingis for you.
That free throw good from Porzingis. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Allen's shot is off. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
And it's in there. Durant's got his first bucket of the night.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. I mean, not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And he makes that one. And now a three-point Nets lead.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
Here's Doncic. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Doncic has got 8 points. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Hardaway finds Powell. Good, nice job down low. Powell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Powell doing a nice job using his length on these hard shots. I mean, excellent at powering through the contact.
Irving passes to KD. Back to Irving. Pass to LeVert. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Allen's shot is off. Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Outside Jordan, Luwawu, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Cauley Stein finds Kleber. Dallas moving the ball around. And Durant sends it back. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Luwawu gets it to go. And it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player. And no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
15 seconds left in the first half. Curry kicks to Kleber. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Here's Curry. That one's off. Still out of sync. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 5. Kenny, what was your impression? And that'll...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nets leading by 5. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Irving passes to Allen. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Back to Doncic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Doncic has got 10.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I like this young man, Jared Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Connects from three-point range. 13 points in the game.
You know, you can see the confidence Doncic shoots the ball with, especially when he gets room to pull the trigger from deep. No hesitation.
LeVert finds Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
The 3 for Doncic. Brooklyn with the rebound. They've led by as many as 11 points.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level, and he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
Count that one, and the Nets lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Hardaway.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Seth Curry comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Nets also changing it up. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Durant. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Dinwiddie. Allen kicks to Harris. Here's Jordan. Porzingis with the rebound. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Jordan the pass to Harris. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Mavericks trail by 3. The 3 for Doncic. A rebound by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Doncic with the steal. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Cauley-Stein kicks to Curry. Back to Kleber. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Doncic. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
The kick out to Irving. It's tipped. And pushing it up is Dallas. The Mavericks again in transition. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
The drive by Jordan and slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, Jordan making an aggressive, strong drive there, puts the defender on his heels.
Curry with a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Irving. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And the Nets lead by 3. For Dallas, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Curry with it. Guarded now by Prince. Passes it to Kleba. On the wing, Doncic. The pass to Curry. Nailed from three-point land. Curry's got it all tied up now for the man.
That's Curry's shot there. I mean, he's out there to catch and fire away when he's got room.
Irving passes to Allen. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Jordan's shot is off.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
It's a tie game in Dallas. And while we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Curry. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. It's Curry outside. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. The net shooting with confidence. Wow, 66% from the floor. And it's blocked. Hardaway kicks to Finney Smith. Pass to Curry. And the shot goes down.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
Pass to Porzingis. Here's Finney Smith. That one goes in. Finney Smith's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Hardaway finds Curry. Yep, that one goes in there. Curry's got 4 points this quarter.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
Outside, Porzingis. The 3. Hardaway against Dinwiddie. Back to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Good D by Jordan. Nets trail by 4. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
You know, I like how Irvin also keeps the defense guessing, keeps them off balance, and he's so crafty and creative around the basket.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Porzingis can't hit. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. LeVert, that one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, the versatility of LeVert showing you he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve and a bunch of shots to choose from, too.
Dallas moving it around. And Doncic, here we go. Count the basket. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Luka does not back away from the big stage, guys. This young fella loves to be center stage in the biggest moments.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Irving against Doncic. And that one drops for him.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
And Durant gets it to go.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic looking it over. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. A shot's good from Irving.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
Over in the corner, Porzingis. And a miss there on the triple. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Finney-Smith. Allen with the rebound. So it's Brooklyn now. The lead is 2. To the inside. And it's blocked.
Like seeing Kyle flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
Porzingis kicks to Powell. Doncic dishes to Powell. Shooting foul. The coach's challenge has been issued. First team like this, out of the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Jared Allen.
And he's had a very good night shooting the basketball. A little over 50% from the field. And a lot of those shots have come against some tight D. That shows the level of his focus and consistency.
Seth Curry, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, get into the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Here's LeVert.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks. KD, that's for 2. Here's Allen. Second chance shot, and the layup falls.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
So it's the Nets picking up the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg.